Hi guys, today I'm going to do a review on my 2003 Chevy 2500 HD pickup. This is a 4x4, it's got an automatic transmission in it and the 6-liter LS gas engine in it. And these have arguably been the best, longest lasting Chevy pickups out there. They went from 2000 to 2006 is one of the good years of the Chevy pickups were, and then in 2007 they went to that active fuel management where it starts shutting off cylinders, and all they've had is problems with those. But yeah, like I said, this is an 03, and if I have time I'll actually do a review on my grandparents' pickup and my mom's, because my grandparents, they bought theirs brand new. It's a 2000 Chevy 3/4 ton 4x4, and it's only got 94,000 original miles on it. And then my mom has a 2001 Chevy half-ton 4x4 with 92,000 original miles on it, and that thing's in mint condition. So yeah, our family was just raised like that. My grandpa, he said pickups are so expensive to replace, whereas cars are a lot cheaper. So like his car, he drove that for 36 years, and I'm sure we went through probably like 2 or 3 engines and probably 2 or 3 transmissions in that 1976 Chevy Caprice. But his 1970 Ford Highboy 4x4, that lasted us 30 years before it hit 100,000 miles, and still going. So but yeah, here up in the Midwest on these, like my grandparents, their 2000 model from the factory, when we bought it, it came with 245 tires on it, and these are 16-inch rims. All of us up here in the Midwest, we switched to 285s. And here's your size here. LT 285 75 R16. You got more ground clearance and more load capacity. And also, like all the kids up here, you know, everybody will have a half ton, and you spend all that money on big 31-inch or 33-inch tires and the expense of ordering in a lift kit. Whereas if we buy a 3/4 ton pickup, they already come with the bigger tires and the heavier and the higher suspension on them, so we don't have to add lift kits in them for looks and everything. So but yeah, this is a regular cab lawn box. This is the Silverado package. These are prone to rust. Down on the rocker panels, that's where it always happens. And but I just keep running it that way. And like I said, it's a 2500 HD. And I've always loved these chrome rims that come from the factory when you order these in. But they are prone to, since it's a different metal, I think it's called like aluminum alloy rims or something like that. They make a chemical reaction with your brake rotors, and they seize on there. So I always carry around a 12-pound giant rubber mallet from Max Hardware, and that's how I knock the tires loose. I helped the lady on the side of the road. She had a brand new Suburban, and she never changed the tires, and she got a flat tire, and we could not get it off. We took a little rubber mallet, couldn't, and we ended up having to use one of those giant sledgehammer ones. So these were known as the avalanche front ends, where they have the cat eye headlights on them. And I don't know if I've ever really liked the cat eyes. I always liked like the 2000 better, or 2002, but a lot of my friends do. But they do say that these 2000 or the 2003 is the most reliable, because my buddy, he bought a brand new 2003 Chevy 3/4 ton, but it had the Duramax diesel in it, and he has 450,000 miles on it, and it's still going. Original engine, transmission, but he said every like 150,000 he has to put new injectors in it. And at first he paid the $2,800 to buy them from Chevy at the Chevy dealer, and they were $2,800. Then next go around he went to an actual diesel shop, and he bought them from them for $1,800. And this next go around, his are it's cranking quite a while. That's how you tell that your injectors are getting weak. And he's thinking about going to $800 injectors from like China off eBay or something, but he's really got mixed feelings. He doesn't know if he's gonna trust that. So yeah, and here's the other side, you guys. Kind of muddy. Took her out the other day. And yeah, this rocker panel down here in the corner here is a lot worse than the other, but it is what it is. up for a trailer. And now I want to pop the hood and show you guys under there. And you guys, I found out that buying a white pickup is the best way to go. I know the black ones, they look freaking sexy and they're awesome looking, but they are a pain to keep clean. So you would have to sit in the garage all the time. Whereas the white ones, they can get dust on them and you don't even really notice it. So I've had really good luck with Napa batteries in these. Just any vehicle, Napa, they really stand behind their batteries. So here we got your windshield washer reservoir, your fuse box inside under the hood. We also have one in the cab. The brake fluid reservoir, and which that and the master cylinder, that's all one piece there. And then in the back, kind of that darker oily looking thing, that's your brake booster there. But I did have to change out the brake master cylinder here. I forgot what I paid for it, you guys. It was probably like under $100, and then I thought it was like $215 if I would have gone with the brake booster. Well, they said if it's your brake booster that's bad, it'll mean that you can't press in your brakes. They're just hard to press in. Whereas my brakes here, they were like spongy. I would press them in, and it would just take forever to bring the pickup to a stop. So that fixed that problem. And then, like I said, the 6-liter Vortec engine in here. Yeah, your alternator. That's where you check your power steering fluid on here. And what else on here? I can show you guys. Yeah, we got your air cleaner box. Air filters down there, and then this is to fill up your radiator here. And then the yellow one is your engine oil dipstick, and the red one is your automatic transmission fluid dipstick. So, and these are your ports for charging your AC. And I have owned this pickup for over 7 years now. I bought it in 2016. Actually, at the Honda dealership is where I bought it. And it had 196,000 miles on it, and they wanted $3,100 for it. And I thought that was a pretty good deal. And I asked them, I was like, what's all wrong with it? And they said absolutely nothing. It was really raining that day, and they said we've been using it as a parts runner pickup. And I bought it, and sure as heck, this thing had awesome power, and it ran good. When I did get it home, I noticed that it leaks a little oil out of the rear seal on the transfer case, and then also the front diff leaks. Has the seals bad on it too. This pickup here, when I first bought it, it got 11 miles per gallon. See, I only drive this pickup in 4x4. It's never in two-wheel drive because I only use it 2 weeks out of the year, just for when the snow is too deep to get to work with the car, in which, as of right now, I'm going to college full-time, so getting to college. My cars, they can always handle up to 4 inches of snow, the Mustang, if I put studded tires on it, and then that Honda Fit of mine with snow tires on there too. That goes up to 4 inches of snow as well. So yeah, like I said, it was 11 miles per gallon when I first bought it, and now it gets 9. And the worst I've ever gotten was 6 with it. They're not that fuel efficient, but lately it's been around that 9 because my NOx sensors are out on it. I'm getting a code for that. And they are underneath your intake manifold, and that's a big job. So when I get back from Cambodia in a year and a half or so, I'll change those out, I'm sure. Throw the hood shut. Show you guys the inside of here. And here we got the inside door panel. Yeah, this, like I said, this one's a pretty base one here. Just no power windows and no power locks in her. Little storage compartment there. And here is your fuse panel. You just pull out on this here and you'll have your fuses inside the cab. Your park brake here, your park brake release, brake pedal, accelerator pedal. And this one here is the floor shift 4x4, which is what I like. I don't like any of this electronic stuff. When this stuff is mechanical, it can last you forever. So we got our gauges here. We got your transmission temp gauge, which you do have to pay attention to that, because one of my buddies, he overheated his Chevy. He ran out of tranny fluid and didn't keep an eye on it, because no sensors go off. I mean, if you're not watching that, you're screwed. Your tachometer for RPM, speedometer, engine oil pressure, and fuel gauge, your alternator, and then your engine coolant temperature. And then this one does have a CD player in it. I've never tried it. This one here does have dual coolant or climate temp controls on her. And this one here, the AC never has worked on it. And I never bother to check it because I only drive it during the winter time. So got your mirror there. Your head visors here on the Silverados. Driver's side, we do not have a mirror on that one. That one there, it looks like it might have it. We'll see when we get over there. We got a dome light. My cab liner's coming down a little bit, but I'm not worried about it. So these are what do you call, like, whatever the 60/40 bench seats or whatever. The middle does not fold down, and a couple cup holders here. As for storage space behind the seat, you guys, that's what we got. And this one here, I like how it's got just the rubber flooring in it. It's easier to keep clean, actually. So, and that's what my grandparents' 2000 model with 94,000 miles, that's got just the rubber floor mats in it too. Yeah, here you got your turn signals, and yeah, and then here are your headlights and dome light here. I think this is the light for the back window or whatever. Turn off the dome light. Got your emergency flashers up here. And yeah, this is your cruise control. And your windshield washers. And then your shifter there. And we'll go around to the other side there, see if we have a mirror up there. Oh yeah, the passenger one here does have a mirror. And then this piece that folds out is, it's just a little extension. There is no mirror inside of it. And got your cigarettes, power outlet there. And then I do have a trailer hitch in here. I don't know if it works, you guys. And then in my glove box, I always like to keep a 5/16 ratcheting wrench, which you get these at Menards. Because these Chevy pickups, they have the side terminal batteries, and it's so tight in there, you can't get a ratchet on there. You can't get a normal wrench in there. And you pretty much have to ratchet the bolts on if they ever get loose on you. So, and what do I have behind the seat here on this one? Let's just carry a 12-volt air compressor, tow rope. And then I did buy a little defroster, 150 watt one that plugs into your cigarette lighter. Because this pickup here, it wasn't in the very beginning, but my blower motor at the dash would work intermittently, and I used to hit it for how many years just to get by. And eventually, sometimes that won't even help anymore. So I bought a brand new blower motor from Napa, and that didn't fix it. So I wasted all that money because I plugged in I was in such a hurry going to work. So I plugged in that old blower motor directly into a 12-volt battery I had laying around in the garage. And it fired right up. So these Chevys, I think it's with something with your climate controls. Must be a problem. Because I have replaced the blower motor relay underneath here. And that is right there. All these wires, all these colored wires here, I don't know, whatever it is. 6 of them coming out of there. That is your blower motor resistor for your different speeds. I replaced that every 3 months, 6 months in the beginning, and that seemed like it was fixing the problem, and then it wasn't. So what I ended up doing is I installed a toggle switch directly to the power and the fuse box. So one of these wires here, because yeah, pay attention to this, you guys, because you guys might have this issue on your Chevys too down the road. So on your blower motor here, you've only got 2 wires coming out of it. One's for the ground and one's for power. Well, I added on to the ground wire, put an eyelet, and right here on the bottom of the glove box, right here, this is a good ground. And that's where I hooked it in. So we had ground, and then I went ahead and I added on to the wire from the power side of the blower motor, zip tied it all on there, and I cut the wire. It says blower motor on off switch. I just bought a cheap toggle switch from Napa, and all you'll have is high speed or off, but you got to have blower motors here in the winter time, or else your window's gonna be fogged up and you're not gonna see anything to get to work. So I'll go around the other side and show you guys how I plumb that in. So yeah, it's over there. This black wire that's kind of hanging in here, that's it. Then this here's your OBD2 scanner code reader hookup. But yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll pull this lever here. And flips right up. And came right off. That shows you what all the fuses are for. Okay. And this red wire here, I bought an ATA fuse, they call it. And I plugged it right into this one right here. That's your ATA fuse. And then it's got an extra fuse there for the actual normal, whatever, the radio or whatever runs off that. Cigarette lighter, I'm not sure. But there's two fuses in here. And then, so one is for the blower motor that I added on, and one is for whatever that fuse box is normally for. So, and then, yeah, this is to adjust your steering wheel, you guys. And what else can I say about this pickup? Like I said, as of right now, the issue that I have with it right now is when I'm going down the highway, my check engine light is flashing, and I hooked up the code reader and it says my NOx sensors are one of them is bad. It's got two of them underneath the intake manifold. So I ordered them in, and you're supposed to replace the harness, so they're inside that box. There's the fuel line disconnect tool, because you have to be able to get the intake manifold off, and then two new intake manifold gaskets. I think I paid like $55 for everything on eBay, brand new. See what else. Okay, this spring here, the transfer case did go out on it. I just went to the junkyard, and I paid $400 for a good one out of a junk pickup. And I installed that and it worked great. My friends and everybody have told me, do not even bother rebuilding your old mechanical transfer case, because lots of times it's just not worth it. It'll cost you more in parts than it is to get one from the junkyard, and that is true. I ordered the kit and I actually rebuilt it myself, and it really wasn't that bad. And it was $500 in parts. But the thing is none of the junkyards had a transfer case for this pickup that hooks up to a 4L80 transmission. They're just getting picked clean at the junkyards. So yeah, if you guys are afraid to rebuild them, there's tons of YouTube videos. So I would definitely. So now I have a spare. I rebuilt it myself, and it seems to work good there. So okay, I did preventive maintenance on this pickup here. When I looked underneath the hood here, just finally, I think it was last year, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna see if it'll take much to get that AC running. I didn't want to spend any money on Freon or whatever, but I just looked underneath of it, and it was the belt was missing off there, and then also the bolt for the AC pulley down there was busted too. So I bought a new AC pulley and new bolts, and put it and ordered in a new AC belt, but I never did bother charging the pickup. So since I only run during the winter. I did for preventive maintenance. I checked all the brake pads on this pickup. They were all good. This pickup has 203,600 miles right now, and it's still running great. I changed the water pump. Nothing was wrong with it. I just want to do preventive maintenance every 100,000 miles, just so it would never go out on me during the winter. So I changed the water pump, the thermostat, flushed the coolant, changed the transmission fluid at 200,000. The front diff leaks like crazy, so I add that twice a year, once in the spring and once in the fall, because they are a bear cat to get out of there. And honestly, guys, I can't think of anything else I've done with this pickup. It's just been a damn good pickup. I'll show you how my setup is back here in the back. I like the normal jack that they give you for these pickups. The pickups just fall off of it, so I bought a 3-ton floor jack, and I just wrapped ratchet straps around from the hooks there, threw my spare